Okay, if you run a home services business, you already know that growth often feels, well, a lot like chaos. This explainer is for you. We're going to break down a new way to think about and solve the operational bottlenecks that are probably keeping you from scaling the way you want to. So here's our game plan. We'll start with a problem that I'm sure you'll recognize, what we call the owner's bottleneck. Then we'll get into why growth seems to make things more complex, not less. After that, we'll introduce the kind of infrastructure that can actually solve it, show you what your business could look like running on it, and then wrap up with a really clear, simple first step.
All right, let's dive into section 1, the owner's bottleneck. This is all about the daily reality of running your business. The grind that you're in and day out.
Let me just start with a question, and for most founders we talk to, the answer is a big yes. Does your day feel like a constant, relentless game of catch-up, like you're always just one step behind?
I bet some of these pain points sound familiar. Your entire day just gets eaten alive by scheduling and dispatch. You send out plenty of estimates, but the follow-up is hit or miss, which means real revenue is just being left on the table. There's no single place to see what's happening in the field and in the back office. And the result of all that? You've become the single point of contact for everyone. Your techs, your customers, your suppliers. Every question comes through you.
So, why does this keep happening? That brings us to section 2. We're going to look at the real root cause and figure out why these problems actually get worse, not better, the more you grow.
And here's the absolute key. The chaos you're dealing with, it's not a failure of effort. It is not because you aren't working hard enough. The root cause is an infrastructure problem. This is the trap so many business owners fall into. Your first instinct is just to add more techs, more trucks, and other piece of software. But without a system to connect it all you're really doing is increasing your own coordination burden. The complexity grows way faster than your ability to manage it. The real answer isn't more effort. It's better infrastructure that actually gives you scalable capacity.
So what do we mean by governed infrastructure? Simple. It's a system where all those fragmented tools and manual human processes are replaced by one unified, coordinated layer that runs your operations. Honestly, this is the missing piece that lets a business scale without completely breaking apart.
Which, of course, brings us to section 3, the solution. We call it Quanton OS, and it is the governed infrastructure that we've just been talking about. Now, it's really important to understand what Quanton OS is, and maybe more importantly, what it isn't. This is not another piece of software that you have to buy, install, and manage. Think of it as a complete operating system, one that is deployed and operated for you by us at Quanton Labs. And here's the best part. It connects directly to the platforms you already use, so there's no painful, disruptive migration process. The whole system is built around what we call 8 coordinated AI agents. You can think of these as highly specialized programs designed to handle the core functions of your business, things like sales, operations, customer experience, and finance. So 7 of the agents handle these specific jobs, but it's really the 8th agent that makes the entire thing sing. And this quote really gets to the heart of it. Without that 8th agent, the governing agent, all you'd have is a bunch of disconnected automations. The governing agent is the brain. It's the coordination layer. It sees what all the other agents are doing, it pulls all that data together, and it makes sure the entire business is operating as one cohesive unit, feeding everything to a live leadership dashboard for you. So, what does this actually look like in the real world? In this next section, we'll take a look at the after state. We'll see how Quanton OS directly solves those specific pain points that we talked about at the very beginning. Let's start with sales. The common problem, inbound leads go cold, and estimates get sent out and then just forgotten. Well, the sales agent completely transforms this. It responds to new inquiries instantly, 24/7. Even better, it tracks every single estimate you send and automatically executes a structured follow-up sequence. No opportunity gets left behind. Period. Now let's talk about operations. The area where you, the owner, are usually the biggest bottleneck. Instead of you manually managing all the scheduling and dispatching, the operations agent handles it. It automatically routes jobs based on who's available and where they are. And instead of you being the middleman for suppliers, the agent coordinates directly with them for materials. It literally pulls you out of the middle of everything. And what about your customer's experience? Manually sending updates is a huge time suck. The customer experience agent systematizes all of it. It sends project confirmations and status updates automatically at key milestones. And then, after the job is done, it kicks off a follow-up sequence to gather reviews. So you're improving your online reputation without adding a single thing to your to-do list. And finally, let's talk about finance. You know that delayed, manual invoicing absolutely kills your cash flow.
The finance agent generates and sends an invoice the second a project is marked complete. It then tracks all your outstanding balances and automatically follows up on unpaid accounts. It just tightens up your whole cash cycle without you ever having to chase a payment again.
So that's the vision. That's the after state. In our last section, let's talk about the path to actually get there. Your first step is something we call a discovery and diagnostic.
The entire engagement with us is a very clear three-phase process. It all starts with that discovery and diagnostic. From there, it moves to infrastructure deployment, and then it transitions into ongoing managed services and operations. It's a structured journey from a deep analysis to a fully operational system.
That first phase delivers just one thing, the diagnostic report. And I want to be clear, this is not a sales proposal. It's a comprehensive audit of your business. It identifies your specific operational gaps, and it actually quantifies, in dollars, the value that's leaking out of your business because of them. This report is a really valuable strategic asset, all by itself.
And this, right here, is probably the most important takeaway. Your first step with us isn't a commitment to some massive project. It's a strategic diagnosis of your current operations. And that diagnostic report, it's yours to keep, whether you decide to move forward with us or not. So the final question to leave you with is this: what is operational chaos actually costing your business today?